Let me ask you something real. When you walk into your home, does it make you feel light and free, or heavy and tired? Because here's the truth. There are 15 everyday items hiding in plain sight that are quietly aging your home. They're not just taking up space. They're draining your energy, making your home feel dated, and even keeping your family from fully enjoying time with you. And here's the hard part. If you don't deal with these things now, they'll only get harder to face later. Stay with me to the very end, because the last 3 items on this list are the ones almost every older woman overlooks, and yet, they have the biggest impact on how your home feels to you and how others experience it when they visit. As we age, our homes should become sanctuaries, safe, peaceful, and welcoming. But clutter has a sneaky way of stealing that. It starts small. A stack of magazines here. An outfit you no longer wear there. Before long, it's not just clutter. It's a barrier between you and the joy you deserve to feel in your own space. And I want to be clear, this isn't about judgment. It's about freedom. When you clear the right things, not everything, just the right things, you give yourself room to breathe, to rest, and to live fully. To make this real, I want to introduce you to Dorothy. Dorothy is 72, a retired nurse living in Ohio. She spent her career taking care of other people, always putting her patients, children, and grandchildren first. But somewhere along the way, Dorothy stopped putting her home first. She kept everything: her old nursing uniforms, birthday cards from decades past, extra furniture, even 3 broken toasters in the garage. She told me, "I didn't notice it happening. But one day, I realized I no longer felt proud to invite people into my home. It looked tired, and honestly, so did I." Her story will guide us through these 15 clutter items. And as we go, I'll share the science of why each one matters, and the emotional release that comes from letting it go. Dorothy's dining room table was covered: old magazines, unopened mail, flyers, receipts. She said it was her temporary holding space, but temporary had turned into permanent. Clutter on surfaces sends constant stress signals to the brain. Research from UCLA found that women who described their homes as cluttered had higher levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. Dorothy told me that even sitting down for dinner felt like work, because the mess was always staring back at her. The fix: clear the surfaces. Keep only 1 or 2 intentional items: a vase of flowers, a framed photo. Dorothy started small with her table, and she said, "It finally feels like I have a table again, not a storage unit." Dorothy kept her old nurse uniforms, dresses from her 20s, and shoes that hurt her feet. She said, "They remind me of who I used to be." But here's the science. Too many choices create decision fatigue. Studies show that cluttered wardrobes drain mental energy, leaving us tired before the day even begins. And there's a safety issue. Shoes that don't fit properly increase fall risk, according to the CDC. Dorothy finally kept only what fit and felt good. She donated the rest. She told me, "I thought I'd feel sad. But instead, I felt free. I open my closet now and actually smile." In Dorothy's kitchen, there were stacks of mismatched Tupperware, expired cans, and gadgets she hadn't used in 20 years. Her grandchildren teased her, "Grandma, your kitchen looks like it's stuck in time." And it stung. Outdated, crowded kitchens feel overwhelming and discourage cooking healthy meals. A Harvard study found that cluttered kitchens increase the likelihood of unhealthy snacking. Dorothy cleared expired food, donated duplicate gadgets, and kept only what she used weekly. The result? She started cooking simple, joyful meals again. She laughed, "I can actually find a lid that fits the container now." Dorothy's bathroom drawer was full of expired medications, and her garage shelves had half-empty cleaning bottles and frayed cords. Expired meds can be dangerous, even toxic. The FDA warns that outdated drugs can damage organs. And unsafe cleaning supplies or cords can cause fires or accidents. For seniors, these aren't just inconveniences, they're risks to independence. Dorothy admitted she once nearly took the wrong medication because she had 2 similar bottles buried together. That was her wake-up call. She set up a single basket with only her current prescriptions. "It feels safer," she said, "and I feel calmer." Dorothy's basement was full of her late husband's clothes, her children's baby outfits, and stacks of greeting cards. She whispered, "If I throw them away, will I lose the memories too?" This is what psychologists call emotional attachment clutter. We confuse objects with memories. But research shows that memories live in us, not in the objects. Dorothy finally created one small memory box, a watch, a wedding invitation, one tiny baby outfit. She cried at first, but later said, "Now, when I look at those items, I feel peace instead of guilt." The truth is, too much sentimental clutter drowns out the meaning of the truly special items. Dorothy had dusty fake plants, faded curtains, and a broken lamp in her living room. She thought they were harmless. But home psychologists explain that outdated decor impacts mood, reminding us of decline instead of vitality. Her neighbor gently said, "Your home feels stuck." That cut deep, but it was the truth. Dorothy swapped old curtains for simple light ones, donated the fake plants, and replaced the broken lamp. She said, "Suddenly, my living room felt alive again." Dorothy's garage was packed with boxes labeled "just in case." Broken tools, spare chairs, appliances that no longer worked. Here's the problem. 90% of just-in-case items are never used. Meanwhile, they waste space and block joy. Dorothy admitted she couldn't even find her gardening tools under the piles. She donated what worked, recycled what didn't, and suddenly had room for her car again. She told me, "It's like I gained a whole room back." Dorothy had 3 old VCRs, piles of cords, and DVDs no one watched. She laughed when her grandkids asked, "What are these even for?" But inside, she felt embarrassed. Old tech doesn't just take space, it reminds us of being left behind. Dorothy cleared out the electronics, kept one simple streaming device, and recycled the rest. She said, "I didn't realize how heavy it felt until it was gone." By the end, Dorothy's home was lighter. Surfaces were clear, closets were manageable, the kitchen was functional, and her living room felt fresh. She told me, "It's not about losing things. It's about gaining life." Her family noticed immediately. Her grandchildren said, "Grandma, your house feels happy now." And she beamed with pride. So here's the challenge for you. Look around your home tonight and pick just one of these 15 clutter culprits. Clear it. Notice how the space feels tomorrow. Because clutter doesn't just age your home, it ages you. You deserve a home that reflects your strength, your dignity, and your joy. If this message touched you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you love. And if you want more encouragement and practical steps, subscribe, because your journey to a lighter, freer life is just beginning.